Hey everybody, this is Colleen with Stitching with the Sisterlies, and I'm here to show you what I've done this week, the last week or two. Did a whole floss tube, stitchy tube with Cheryl yesterday, so it would have been really entertaining, but I forgot to hit record when we paused, so you just get me. But Cheryl, my sister, is a Maker's Life on YouTube, and she is doing, I think, a whip parade today. She's recording it today. So I thought I would just re-record this whole thing and show you what I've got and tell you what's been up. Let's see, for old people stuff first. So the first thing is I had my CT scan on my lung and no recurrence of cancer. So I just go back in I think another 12 months and have it done. There were other things that came up, but I'm not going to be dying of lung cancer. I didn't think so since they removed the lobe, so there's no lung for the cancer to glom onto, but I guess they know what they're doing. What else have it? Teresa Strictly Stitcher came to town. She was here for a couple weeks doing an audit with work, and so she came by and got me, and her and I went over to Kim, the stay-at-home quilter's house for dinner. Kim made um, some chili that was delicious. Uh, what else? And garlic bread, and she made some I can't say it, fancy coffee, espresso. It was so good because espresso's like, you know how coffee smells when you get up in the morning, you make your first cup. That's how espresso tastes, just like that smell. Anyway, Kim made me and Teresa this sweet little pillow, which is Love is Kind, with a cute little bow on the side with some buttons. So really appreciate that, Kim. We had a wonderful visit. She's got a beautiful home, beautiful family. I got to finally meet her husband, Mike. He used to be in the Secret Service, so we had some, not war stories, but we had some fun chats, let's say, about um, that time. I was not in any of the three-letter agencies, but I dealt with them. What else? I guess we could get going. My son, James, my oldest son, James, got me this cool end table. It's a spool. He said, you should be getting a giant spool in the mail anytime, Mom. And I'm like, I'm thinking of those, the big spool that have like cables on them that you would put out in your yard for picnic tables, stuff like that. But oh no, it was a spool. It was an actual spool, and it has a needle that goes through it. This is like rope, coiled rope. It has a little light. Let me see if I could turn it on. So it has a little light, and the lid comes off, so you could use it for storage. And it's just adorable. It was handmade by Simone Geertz of Yet Studios or Yet. I'll put the link below if anybody's interested in it. And she wrote a really sweet little card. She said, "Hi, Colleen, tremendously cool of you to get a spool. Thank you from the bottom of my small business owner heart, Simone." And I'll put a link to her YouTube channel too, because she actually shows how these are made. You can get them in red, mine's in green. I can't remember what the other color is, yellow, blue, something like that. But anyway, so thank you, James, from the bottom of your mama's heart. Let's see what let's do some whips. We're going to start with the resting eagle, ask not. This is a John Kennedy stitch, and I was stitching it on 25 count even weave, and I restitched it on 36 count, 36 count R&R reproductions winter brew linen. And I got the top border done. I have a needle in here. I was going to stick it in my mouth. The top border done and the first part of the quote, which is ask. So that's what I've gotten done so far. Guess you can see opposite of where I'm going this way. Oh my goodness. Let's just do it like that. So ask. There. So that is one of the whips, and here's the floss that goes with that. And my little bougie floss bling is, let's see, this is Stitchy Witch 42, Anna, Stitch Roadies, Sambry, Becca Sambry Stitches, my sister and me. And we had these cards made by Chris Yo, and we were the Mother Cluckers. Anyway, so there's that whip. I'm going to put these back as I do it. So that I don't lose track. The other whip I have is the Prairie Schooler. This is Santa's Revisited 4, 5, 6. And I did the pipe, the drummer guy with his fife. I'm doing the caroler Santa now. And here's the flosses for the Prairie Schoolers. And here we are. One is done. The drummer's done. The other one I still have to put the words on. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And then that will be done. It's going through the window, but I think you could see it. Yep. So that's my second whip. And I have one more whip, cross stitch wise, and then it's quilting that I have. And this one is We the People. This is designed by Kimberly Mueller, and it's Birth of a Nation, and I'm doing We the People. So it's the Declaration of Independence and then the signing thereof. And I'm working on the words. And if you remember, last time I was here, still had to finish the word provide. I did. I finished provide and provide for. Now I got to do then it'll be common. So hopefully by next week, I will have at least, well, what's the word? Come. That's a word that's going to, let's see, establish, to form, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare and secure. Hopefully I'll get another line done. And then I'll only have one more line before I could start on the curtains and the dude signing. I mean, I would really like to, rewrite the declaration just so that it's not so many words. Because I'm about not a whole lot of words. Okay, then for quilting, I'm doing a quilt along with Fat Quarter Shop and a few other quilters, and we're doing the vice versa. Most everybody did the table topper, and as they were posting them, I thought it looks nothing like the one I'm doing. Well, that's because I'm doing the whole quilt. I'm doing the quilt, and I have one row pieced, one row of the vice versa blocks. So I'll show you those. Whoops, and then I also decided to bring the pieces to do one out here, I guess. So here's one. So this one has the light and then the dark in the middle. And then this is the dark with the light in the middle. And whoops, I gotta go this way. This, this, and this one, because there should be five. That should have been five. So this is coming along. It'll take longer than I think February is when this one's done, but I will probably still be working on it. And so there's that. Put that over here. And what else? Then I got an order to do the Raven. So I'm doing the Raven quilt by Blackbird's Designs. And I got all the blocks done and appliqued and trimmed. So now I just have to put on the sashing and the borders and then quilt it, hopefully be in the mail by Monday. But there are 9 blocks. They're about 20-inch blocks. So there's one. This one, two. I just I just really enjoy doing the most requested quilts I get for orders is the chicken salad quilt and the Raven. Sometimes Bigfoot, but I haven't put him up in a while. But I really like this one. And never be afraid of applique, especially on big pieces like this, because it's a piece of cake. Yeah, I think we got 3 more or 2 more. I like that cheddar. 2 more. This one, I really liked how the house came out in this one. And the last one, oh, yeah, he's getting the berries. Whoops, let's do it right side up, besides sideways. So that is for the Raven quilt. So I'll be working on that today and doing another row of the vice versa quilt. So that is my whips. The other, I'll show you my haul. I got some haul. Teresa Kogut and Chantel are doing a collaboration for the 250th anniversary. So it's a patriotic stitch, and I like how she did the envelope. So here is the um, chart. It's called We Are Blessed. It's by Teresa Kogut and Chantel's 141 and Jody. Jody, what are you? Cedar River Linen did the linen for the kit. So here's the chart it's a drum. It's called We Are Blessed. Here are the flosses. So we got the flosses with it. And this is, I think, 36 count mica by Cedar River Linen. So that's what it's going to be stitched on. Here is a round circle and some floss to do the lacing on the drum. Let me put all this away. When I was filming this yesterday with Cheryl, I said, Jody's doing the linen and the floss. So little do you know, Jody, I even had you now dyeing floss. She doesn't dye floss, but All right, and then this is the drum part of the kit. Again, I like how they put these in these little, hold on. I think it's cute. So here's some parts of the drum. These are the side pieces, the top and the bottom. You have to paint all that. The thingies, I think they're called drumsticks. I'll be making that drum and some jute, um, which goes on the drum as well. So that's going to be a fun stitch. I'm not sure when I'll get to that. Probably soon because, and I like to have lots of whips apparently. So put this all in here so I don't get lost. Might have to have James or Bobby help me do the drum after I paint it and put it together. Other haul. I got some backing fabrics for quilts. So I got this one is Kim Deal's Delicate Pears and Leaves, and this is a 108 backing. So that way I don't have to piece the backing, it's pretty cool. So that's what that looks like. And I got, what is this one? This one is Lady Liberty, 108 backing by Kelly Beckworth for Marcus Fabrics. And this is Lady Liberty. We'll put her right side up. I'm doing a lot of patriotic quilts this season because of the 250th. Um, this is Lori Holt. I got all these from the Fat Quarter Shop. This is Lori Holt. It is Cookbook Denim. Lori Holt and Riley Blake. This is what I use. I use the cookbook fabric on the back of the chicken salad quilts. And I have one already appliqued and ready to put together. Should I get any more orders on it? Because everybody likes those chickens. They are pretty cool. And this one is We the People by Cream and Brown by Studio E. And so this is 108 wide backing as well. And then my other purchase was from the Quilt Barn in La Grande, Oregon, and I ordered some. This is for my sashing and border on the Raven quilt. So and this is a cheddar. It might look really orange, but it's a cheddar, is what they call it. And I got that from the Quilt Barn in La Grande, Oregon. And I'll link this below. She was telling me she got a couple of orders when I made that blue quilt back there, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's by Kim Deal, some flowery thing. She had a couple kits sell, and she has a couple kits more, a couple more kits, I think, still left, and I'll link in the description below her shop. Anyway, she said, "Welcome back to the Quilt Barn. I'm so glad you're back to shop with me." And she thanked me for being a repeat customer. She included a 5-inch shop hop block that they had from 2025. And Cheryl and I used to do the shop hops. And I think in 2026 for the Pacific Northwest shop hop, which is all the quilt shops that participate in the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be nature related, I think. Anyway, so thank you so much, Lorraine. I got this, and I hope to actually meet you in person sometime soon. Let's see, I think that's it, except for giveaways. I have giveaways. See how quick this is without anybody here to entertain us. Oh, I'm so boring. So we have, I have two bundles. I have cross stitch and um, quilting. I have cross stitch charts and quilting patterns. So this one is the Seed Packet Cross Stitch Series by Emma, and this is Linim's. Pretty. This is also the Seed Packet by Emma, and it's Pansies. This is the Yard Friends, designed by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. It's a cross-stitch version of Farmyard Friends. This is also by Lori Holt. Bee in My Bonnet is the Quilted Farm Girl, the cross-stitch version of Quilted Farm Girl. And this is by It's So Emma, and it's Silent Night cross-stitch chart. It's So Emma's a division of the Fat Quarter Shop. And this is Hogging Attention, and it's designed by Kim Deal. So there's a little piggy on there. And so if you would like this cross-stitch bundle, all of these come in this bundle, say cross-stitch in your comments. Now for the quilting bundle, Sarah Price knocked a couple of these patterns right out of the park. This one is fat quarter friendly, and there's 4 size options in this, and it's called Lovely, and it's designed by Sarah Price of the Fat Quarter Shop. So that'd be cute for Valentine's. Sarah Price also designed Aster Trails, which I really like. I like the muted colors. I like the stars. I think that's awesome, Sarah. I really like that one. Um, Another quilt pattern by Lori Holt, Bee in My Bonnet. This is the Farmyard Friends quilt pattern. I'll be stitching or quilting along with Fat Quarter Shop on this, I think in April. But the kits are available if you wanted to purchase a kit to quilt along with us, or you can use your own stash. Flower stand designed by Kim Deal. The Quilted Farm Gal. The Quilted Farm Girl by Lori Holt. I think they might have some kits left. They did start this quilt along. I think Lori started it. I think, I can't remember. And then the last one is also by Lori Holt, and it's Granny Squared. And this is really good for beginners. It is the most forgiving pattern ever. So this is a good one for beginners for sure. So if you want this bundle, the quilt bundle, say quilting. So cross stitch for the cross stitch stuff and quilting for the quilting stuff. And I think that's it. I think I have got everything. I think I've told you about everything. I think I've showed you everything. And it's a quick one. I hope. I hope it's a quick one for you guys so you can get back to what you're doing as if I stopped you, right? So everybody have a great week, and I will see you in a week or so. Bye. I forgot to tell you, I also opened up on Instagram a Dstash account. So I've got some Mirabilias, Nora Corbett's. I'm going to have some bundles. I have, what else do some gold. I have several. I can't even think of all of them I have on there. How do I forget so fast? Let me look for a second. Anyway, I'll link in the description it's called Sisterly's D-Stash, and everything is free shipping. Let me look in my pictures for a minute to see what those other things are that I put up there. Um, well, So I have some Mirabilias, some Bothy threads, some gold collections, gold petite collections. Um, what? No, I have the Mirabilia, and then these boxes are full kits. They're by, and I have about six owl forest embroidery kits that I have up there, and I'm going to be putting up some other ones sometime through the weekend. So take a look and see if there's anything you're interested in. Anyway, I'm done. Bye, guys.